You're a studio owner or you're an entrepreneur within the health and wellness industry and you've been toying with the idea to maybe migrate an offline service to online or make the absolute huge plunge of going from offline to online. And the big, obviously, issue of the world right now, the pandemic, that's accelerated your ideas to think about going online even further. If this idea has crossed your mind yet you have no idea where to start, then this video is for you, as I'll be discussing the best way to move an offline service to online in 2021 and what to do first. Hi, my name is Jen Lillian and I'm in partnership with Six Figure Marketing, and we help those in the health and wellness industry generate high quality leads and clients into their businesses, whether they have an offline venture or online. We're here to help. Now, the typical reasons we see our clients wanting to transition from offline to online are they want to make more money come into their business. So they see this as an additional stream of revenue coming into their offline business. They want to make a particular role more flexible. So my situation back in 2014, I couldn't physically open up my studios as I was becoming a mum. So sometimes clients wish to create a more flexible role to accommodate a certain change in their business, and they see that going online will help free up some time, or they can probably see it's more scalable depending on their service when transitioning a service from offline to online. They simply seek more time freedom, and they can see the power of migrating an offline service to online in order to generate more time and flexibility into their working lifestyle. Or it could simply be they are feeling quite stuck where they are and they don't want to be restricted to one location, and they see the power of going online in terms of being able to reach a larger audience online, or because they want to move and they can't obviously take their physical offline business with them. So again, that is another pulling point of working towards moving online. Or it could be seen as an exit strategy. So over time, a client can move their business from offline to online, and it'll be very more attractive to a potential buyer in the future. Do any of these reasons to transition from offline to online whet your appetite? If you're like the many health, fitness and wellness entrepreneurs and studio owners that we work with, the idea of transitioning from offline to online certainly ticks a lot of boxes, especially in today's age that we live in, the modern world, and us living with the pandemic. Now, before we go all full steam ahead with this idea, I believe it's so important and imperative to be very realistic with the expectation of the time frame it's going to be for you to take an offline service to online or completely migrate online. And that's why I created the free mini online course, Transform an Offline Service to Online. I believe there's 5 steps to do this successfully, and in step 1 I actually discuss with you the freedom calculator. And the reason why I call it the freedom calculator is because in my experience alone, and many clients as well, it's the freedom that people experience when they finally build a system online where they can deliver their service, and also they get rewarded for their efforts in terms of revenue received from that online service. That's where the beauty of going online comes from. But we all need to know, I believe, how long it's going to take for that to happen, because we're all at different stages. It could mean that you want to wish to continue with your offline business but transform one particular service, or it could be that you want to completely move over to online. The freedom calculator is essential just to set out those expectations from the get-go. Now, you can either find this freedom calculator in my free Facebook group that I have. It's called the Offline to Online Quality Clients Generation Community. The calculator is in there under the files section, or you can find it when watching the videos. It's just over an hour long in my free mini online series Transform your offline service to online. So once you know, I believe, how long it's going to take to transition, then again, expectations will be met, and then the journey will be a lot more comfortable for you. But for those who cannot wait, then don't you worry, because following right now will be the video taken from my mini online course, Transform an Offline Service to Online, and you get to be shown exactly how the calculator will work for you, and then you can work out how long it's going to take you to transform that offline service to online. So I will see you after this. Hello and welcome back. So this is the Freedom Calculator, and I've actually called it the Freedom Calculator just because I actually use this in my other program, 5 Steps to Freedom as an online coach, but really the same rules apply. So right now you're an offline business owner and you are wanting to move potentially one of your offline services to online. So what you would do is refer here to the left hand side, and actually you can find this Freedom Calculator in the resources section of this mini course. So here we are to the left hand side, and you can see a selection of normal outgoings that we all have in our life. And what I want you to do is just build on this and actually not only include your business but also include your personal, if that's what you want to do. Some business owners I know have quite a lot of interconnected expenses from their personal and business, or if you just have straight up a very separate business life, just then put this forward to your business expenses, however you want to do it. So I know some of my clients have a mixture of personal and business expenses. So for here, rent, you might want to put the rent for your own personal home, or you might just want to put for your business, or you might want to put both. I don't really know you right now. I don't know your situation, so it's quite hard for me to suggest, but you can use this sheet for either or. So, feel free just to run with me with that idea. So here you would actually put a list of all the expenses. And yes, obviously these are all changeable, so depending on how much your rent is, but I've just put some figures here just to obviously serve the purpose of this training. And here we are, we've got rent, we've got mortgage, we've got car, you might have a company car, we've got other finances, there might be business loans, car insurance, home insurance. Again, just play around with these categories and change them up in whichever way you wish. So you can see that there are quite a few, and actually these example figures here actually total to 2,150. So that is an actual monthly set of expenses. And here, guys, I would suggest you actually put down a contingency budget. Now, I've actually put, I think, a conservative rate of 10%. You might want to put higher, you might want to put lower. However, I would definitely strongly suggest that you do actually insert here a contingency budget, so like a buffer. So then all in all, with the contingency budgets as well, your buffer plus all these expenses that are unique to you, you would then have a total monthly expense of, and in this case, 2,365. Now, if you want to work out a total annual expense, this is what this box does here. So altogether, 28,380. Now, to the right-hand side, I actually have here a few boxes. Now, in this mini course, we're actually going to go over the pricing of your service. This is obviously after you do the research as well, and all will be understood as you go into and move further into this mini course. But usually I do suggest to my clients, when it comes to your service offering online, have 3 options. So a DIY option, which is usually the cheaper version, where you obviously expect someone to go off and do something for themselves, that perceived results that you want to offer them. If it's more of a one-to-one, you can do like an online coaching service. That would be more of a DWY, a done it with you type service. Obviously the price of that service will go up. And then a done it for you, where you're offering to do something for someone, all for, by yourself for them. That will be a very sort of higher type price point in terms of a service offering. But again, for the purpose of this video, let's just say you want to offer a DIY version of your online service just to see and test the waters and maybe possibly make money at the back end. Here, guys, I put as a service offering, and again, I don't know who you are right now, I'm still getting to know you, I don't know where you are of your business and your service, But as an example, 125 per service that you're offering. Now, that is a very reasonable amount. It's not expensive. It's certainly not cheap either. But most people would be able to find £125 for your service. Again, depending on what you want to offer the market. So, as an example, £125 here as a service price. So these boxes here then would highlight exactly what would need to be done in order to successfully make profit from your online service. So in order to achieve your 2,365 revenue per month, in order to replace that, you would need to find 19 clients paying £125 a month, and that would actually take you 6 months to do sustainably. So actually by month 7 you would actually have 21 paying clients. So then you could that's how you're sliding your offline business to online. So again, all these figures can be changed. So let's just say you want to offer your online service for, obviously after doing the due diligence, and through the research stage is actually a demand for your service. Let's say you want to offer a service for £500 and press enter. You will then see from this change here, it will just take you 1 month, and you would need 5 clients paying that in order for you to migrate your offline service to online successfully. Let's change that back here to 125. Let's say you have more of an outgoing with regards to your rent. Let's say you have a total rent amount of £1,500, but you want to do a DIY version first of your online service. Just press enter. You can see here at the bottom a couple of months extra was shaved off, or maybe 3, I didn't quite double check, but you can see now it's going to take you a total of 8 months in order for you to sustainably move your offline business to online. Now, feel free to play around. It gets quite cool and exciting when you know really how this sheet works, but I've made it so it works in your favour. Again, you can be as flexible and as dynamic with your figures as you want. Obviously, it's best to be as true to your current situation as possible. Give an average, maybe reflect on where you were last month, possibly. But here, guys, just to go over these boxes here, I'm going to presume, by the way, that you have no clients right now. You are completely new, and you're starting off from transforming an offline service to online. So I'm not going to expect you doing anything online. You have no clients buying into an online service. So this would always stay at 0. And here, guys, it will actually tell you how many clients would typically go into your online sort of service, buy into it, and we'd always need to maybe estimate a churn, an estimated drop off of basically how many people would go into your online business or pay into your online service, and how many people might drop off at the end of the month. So conservatively, I've put an average of target of 4 clients a month, and also a drop off rate of just 1 client. And these black boxes here, guys, so what I would suggest you do is not to touch them. You can play around with them if you want, because you can change them. However, I'm going to be talking to you about the sales process further down into this online mini course. But a conversion rate of between 3 and 5% I think is great. Anywhere between 3 and sort of 10% is a very good sort of range to work on. And 7% I think is very doable, it's very achievable, especially if you are nailing your offline service, but you just maybe it's all about just building up your confidence in order to sell it online. But I do think that a 7% conversion off the back of a very strong, awesome sales process is very achievable. So leave that box there at 7%. And if we were to leave that as it is, it would take 14 leads in order for you to make a sale. So 14 email addresses. And again, the money is in the follow-up. So we would actually build the back end email sequences off the back of your sales service. But in total, that would mean you would need to look for, or actually find, and I help you do that, 386 leads per month through various means. Obviously, we can do the combination of organic and also paid. I would always suggest we start off with organic first, just to make sure whatever we're working on is actually working and we're hitting those targets before we start putting the turbo onto the car, i.e. putting the money behind a paid marketing campaign via Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn or wherever your clients might be. But yeah, this here can eventually be a combination of both paid and organic strategies. But then also gives you a target leads of 57 per month, and that works out on average, if we don't touch these figures here in the black boxes too much, that works out for you to try and get 2 leads per day. Very doable, very achievable, especially if you know exactly what you're doing when it comes to your organic marketing campaign, which then will then do a paid once we get results in through the organic way. But this is actually all explained in the Built to Last service system, which will be coming up in the next few videos. But hopefully I've given you enough information on this sheet. If you've got any questions, then please let me know. You can actually find this sheet in the resources section. It's going to ping you to a Facebook closed group that I actually manage. And I just forgot to mention here, make a copy of this freedom calculator document, or you can download it onto your Excel. If you're struggling in any way, then please just let me know and I can see about maybe sending it to you somehow online. However, have a good play around on this freedom calculator. And again, if you are just wondering if this whole moving or migration of your offline service to online is for you, this I'm hoping will just give you an idea as to whether you have the time and the energy to do it. Because if you sort of see here that you've got figures that don't even correlate to what we see here, and you find out that you might have 12 months in order to move your offline service to online, and you've got a bit of urgency with your working lifestyle, like for example you're becoming a mum soon and you can't obviously wait 12 months, or you want an exit strategy because maybe your health has taken a bit of an impact for whatever reason, or you need to migrate to a new country, or possibly you have a sick relative you need to look after and you want your business to make a coin so you can go off and with ease let the business still bring in the money. If it's going to take you 12 months and maybe this isn't the best time in your working lifestyle to do something like this, migrate your offline service to online. But again, we can tweak it. You might just be undercharging. I mean, let's say if you were to charge a service or a course, whatever it is that you want to do, at $997, and just watch here the green boxes, then obviously depending on what your expenses are, all this here will change, and then it will give you no time at all, like a month, in order for you to replace the income that you're actually making offline with your service to an online service. All right then, hopefully this made sense and you found this of value, and any questions, catch me in the Facebook group, but I will see you in the next training. So I hope you found that useful. Obviously, the more money you charge for your service once it's online, the quicker it's going to take you to transition from offline to online. But if you do have a smaller in-fee type service that you want to charge, hopefully that freedom calculator would have given you a real good insight as to how much time we're talking when we take you through the offline to online process. If you would like the free mini online course, Transform an Offline Service to Online, then I have left the link in the description box below. And remembering the freedom calculator can be found in that mini online course, or you can also pop along to our free Facebook group, Offline to Online Quality Client Generation Community. Again, I'll leave the link below where you can find that freedom calculator plus various other sources to help you along your transition from offline to online. And one last thing before you go, we give away each and every month to a lucky viewer a chance for a mini business makeover worth £1,250. So all you need to do to enter into our contest, you need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button as well, and feel free to leave a comment with your aha moment relating to this particular video, and we'll be in touch should you have won our prize draw. So I hope you found this video useful, and please let me know if you'd like me to do another video about anything else when transitioning from offline to online, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you.